survival. At the heart of the crisis are competing legal orders and rival power blocks. And we saw multiple court orders trying to stop or restrain the convention, and another court in Ibadan asking the PDP to go ahead with that particular convention. And it does seem like new leaders have emerged for the PDP as it is today, but does seem also that the crisis within the party is far from over, as the faction loyal to Nyesom Wike also called for a NEC and BOT meeting today. What many have described to could result to a crisis in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. So how does this end up? Because the ESCOs that were put on board, elected at the convention, have also called for a meeting this today as well at 10 a.m. So what happens, and how does the PDP move on from now from this particular convention after the suspension of some key members of the party? Yesterday, the new chairman of the party, Saraki, was at the police headquarters in Abuja yesterday to submit a petition, of course, against members of the party who were suspended at that particular convention, saying that, well, we're going to the secretariat tomorrow. That's at the Wadata Plaza, and we hope that the police will protect us and prevent the breakdown of law and order.
As law-abiding people, we've come here to tell the police that we are having our meeting tomorrow, and this will be the inaugural meeting since we left Ibadan after our election at our National Elective Convention. Now, we have seen flying in the social media a purported notice of BOT and NEC meeting given by people who, for all intent and purposes, are no longer members of this party as I'm talking to you today. And so we have reported the moves they are making to the police, because we don't want any situation where there will be breach of peace.
That was the chairman of the party, Barrister Taminu Saraki, speaking there, former Minister of the Federal Republic, Minister of Special Duties at a time. But to joining me this morning for this conversation, we have a former Deputy National Vice Chairman of the PDP in the Southwest. That's talking about Dr. Ademola Feso, and we're trying to link up with him this morning so that we can we can start this conversation. He's also a member of the Board of Trustees of the PDP as well, so that we can have this conversation about a review of that convention, some of the decisions taken at that convention, and how the PDP moves forward from this point on. As this convention stabilized the party, will it stabilize the party? And we have Dr. Ademola Feso join us live on the line this morning. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us on Super FM.
Thank you for having me, and good morning to you out there.
Good morning. So let's start by talking about the convention.
34 states out of 36 were present. I hear all these rumors and all these telltales out there of 17 being present. No, I've been in this party for the last 24 years, and at no time, and I've been to virtually all convention, none was well attended, well organized, much more than what happened in Ibadan. Ibadan is a new beginning, the startup point for, purification and, re-energizing our party for its role as a major opposition party, and possibly, somebody that can lead Nigeria out of the APC quagmire we find ourselves.
There were a lot of talks in the build-up to that convention. Will it hold? Will it not hold? What does this court order say about the conduct of the election? INEC not being present to monitor. What does it mean for the convention? So let's look at all of these issues. And are you bothered about some of the issues that came up in the build-up to the convention and INEC not being available to also monitor that convention?
Well, first of all, let me state that, for so long, and after the Supreme Court judgment over the Plateau thing and the establishment of the fact that political parties are supposed to be able to administer themselves, and one would have expected that some of these judges would be more discerning in the way they come up, especially when some people are known for, forum shopping for judgment, and that certain judges are known to have completely identified with certain people in the crisis. It leaves a lot to be desired, the role that some of these judges are playing. But be that as it may, the judiciary is the only hope of the common man and of ensuring that democracy is entrenched. For us, the party will have to identify itself, and the party must have to, face its challenges head on. And that was exactly why Justice Akintola gave us that leeway to be able to continue with the convention that came out successfully. Can you imagine for a moment if we never had the opportunity to come together? Those saying that PDP is dead will probably have their way. But how can a party be dead and still have that kind of enthusiastic, committed, loyal, followers who thronged Ibadan from all walks from various parts of the country, far away Katsina, far away Jigawa, and so many other places across the country, north and south. We have proved a point to the world that we are not dead, and the party is still very alive to its responsibility. The tenure of an NWC, the National Working Committee, has come and gone. There is a new NWC in place, ably led by Tanimu Turaki, the former Minister of Special Duties under President, Goodluck Jonathan, taking charge and leading us to the future. So for us, Ibadan will continue to be remembered for the rebirth of this party after some few individuals, gathered to themselves together to want to obliterate what the PDP stands for.
Yeah, you've not addressed INEC not attending.
INEC not being there is not any reason to. It's not any reason for our convention not to be validated. That is the highest organ of the party. All the constitution states under the electoral law is that due notice must be given to INEC for all the programs of the convention, and that INEC may, not must. So they are not being there does not invalidate anything that was done, because before that time, INEC already, said that the Damangun-led National Working Committee is in charge and recognized as the leadership of the party, and that is the only group that can lead us to a convention. You saw Damangun from beginning to the end. It was at the convention. All decisions were taken. Our changed hand. Another one